Good morning, good morning. What is this, Wednesday morning? I'm excited. So today we have an awesome quote. It goes like this. Be yourself, never be afraid to stand out from the crowd. Everybody should learn a thing or two from this quote because it's tough. We all struggle with worrying about what other people think, right? Worrying about what their opinions are of you or what kind of judgments, And first off, just realize judgments are nothing but insecurities. They're nothing but people worrying about themselves. If you're having a bad hair day and I comment on your hair or I judge you because of your hair, it makes my hair feel better. It makes me feel better about my hair. If you're fat, I make fun of you being fat. It makes me feel better about my life, some area of my life. You know what I mean? So just realize judgments are nothing but people trying to feel better about themselves. Okay? It's like a cry for help almost. That's why when people judge me, I could care less. I could care less because I know for a fact when your life is going just the way you want it, when your life is going really well, you have no judgments. I don't judge. Obviously everybody judges on accident, oh wow, it's like a habit, but rarely do I judge, man, because my life is going so well. So just realize that's one of the reasons why people judge, because their life is not turning out the way that they want it to turn out. So never be afraid to stand out from the crowd. Don't be afraid to be that guy that guy. Don't be afraid to be that guy in the room. We all know that guy the class clown, the guy who does this all the time. Oh, that guy with the cool shirt, or the guy with the, don't be afraid to be that guy because people love that guy. And if they don't, clearly they're either jealous or they've got problems in their life, and it's not to say that oh, I'm better than you because I don't judge. Not even, man. I'm just saying when you judge somebody, think stop yourself and be like, why did I do that? Why did this just happen? Because you'll realize that it's because something in your life is not turning out the way that you want it to turn out. So never be afraid to stand out from the crowd and just be yourself. Do what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, you are you. You'll always be you. All right, you're unique. No one else is like you. All right, we're all living this human life where you gotta eat, you gotta drink, you gotta do this, you gotta sleep. We all have our human needs because we're all the same species. And in this society, you gotta go to work, you gotta go to school. Everybody's living the same thing. What you need to realize is that everybody's got problems. Everybody's got their own things that they deal with. All right, everybody's living their own life. They're not worried about you as much as you'd think, all right? The only people who are really worried about you are the people who love you, the people who are close to you. Those people out on the street who judge you and just look at you and say, wow, look at this guy, he's a tool. Those people don't care about you. They could care less. When they say that, they're just fueling their own self something. They're wanting to feel better about themselves. So never be afraid. Don't be afraid, honestly. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's no opinion, no judgment of anybody else. There's nothing to be afraid of because at the end of the day, only your opinion matters. And you've probably heard this before. Only your opinion matters in your life because, if you're sitting there and someone says, hey man, you're fat, you're fat, start losing weight or whatever, and you sit there and you're like, wow, yeah, I am fat. What you just did is you let that in. You let that judgment in. You let it give you value. When you let somebody else give you value, you lose confidence. That's a Ralph Smart quote. When you let somebody else give you value, you lose confidence. So just realize, only your opinion matters. Only your opinion of how you look matters. Because if you think you're not fat, then you're not going to try to lose weight. If you think you are fat, then you might either feel really bad about it and just have a whole pity party about it, or you might get off your ass and do something about it. So just realize that there's nothing to be afraid of. You need to be yourself and just don't be afraid to stand out from the crowd.